Hey Stampers, it's Judy Klock here for another little lesson at lunch. And today we're going to talk about setting our holiday table. We've done our cards. Last week we did some really quick and easy gift tags for our packaging. So now today it's all about getting our table festive. So I'm going to show you how to make these really simple little napkin rings and little name placards. So all we're going to need is some cardstock and some designer series paper and a little ribbon. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm having my team luncheon here on Saturday. So we will be you're going to watch me make what I'm going to be using on our table for our team holiday party. So I've got a couple of things here. I've got some cardstock. We've got Evening Evergreen. We've got the Santa Express DSP. We've got some basic white. I've got our Best Trio Punch stamp pad, and we're going to be stamping the names with the alphabet stamp set. This is a really cute set. It's in the mini catalog. I believe the punch is on back order right now, but you can still get the stamp set. So let's go ahead and get started. So to do our name placard, we need a piece of cardstock that is 4 by 4. We're going to score it at 2.5. That's going to give us that little tent feature. I have a piece of designer series paper that is 1 3/4 by 3 3/4. Because once we score this exactly at 2 inches. So it's 2 inches by 4 inches. And then I have a piece here of our basic white that's 1 inch by 3 inches. And we're going to punch it with our Best Trio punch. So let me show you how we're going to do that. So we're going to take our Best Trio punch. I'm going to put it in a corner and punch it. I'm going to flip it and punch it. I'm going to do the same thing on the other end. I'm just going to flip it over, punch it again. And there we have it. And I think I didn't do this right. Punch it again. I'm going to have to get a new piece because I screwed this up. But when it's done, it kind of looks like a little cracker box. It kind of looks like this little cracker things, but I didn't place this in there correctly. That happened the first time I did it. But I will still go ahead and stamp it to show you. So now I've taken our alphabet dies, and I'm spelled out Jody, and it was really helpful. I put them on my grid sheet, and I just kind of lined up the middle of the stamp with that line right there, that darker line, and that kind of allowed me to get them all placed fairly correctly. So let's see how I did. On mine, I just kind of eyeballed it and placed it on there. And on Jody's, I thought, well, let me try using the grid paper and see. And I think that doesn't look too bad. A little bit off, but I think I could do them all individually or use my Stamparatus, and maybe that's what I'll do. But for now, I'm just going to go with that. Maybe we'll try to place them a little bit different. So let's go ahead. We're going to add our designer series paper to our placard. And again, we have a 2 inch by 4 inch on the front. So I made this 1 3/4 by 3 3/4. Just going to kind of eyeball it there, make sure it's relatively even. Okay, now we're going to come back. I'm going to re-punch this, but I would put on some Stampin' Dimensionals and just put that on there. And I may go back and add some real red rhinestones just to give it a little bling. Now for our napkin holder, or napkin ring, we have a piece of cardstock that is 1.5 by 5.5. And I have a piece of designer series paper that is 1 1/4 by 5.5. So it's the same length, but the width is just 1/4 of an inch shorter. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to add this to the front of our cardstock. Okay, so this is easy because we're going to make sure that the left and right edges are even, and just a little bit of that cardstock peeks through on the top. Okay, so now I'm going to add a little bit of Stampin' Seal here on this end, and I'm going to add it on the inside on this end. Now, if you have tearing tape, that would actually be better. I am out of tearing tape. I need to order some. So for now, I'm going to use Stampin' Seal Plus. And I like the plus because it still gives me a really good seal. Now, you don't want to bend it. You don't want to crease it because we want it to still be round, right? So I kind of creased it a little bit, but we basically want it to be a round napkin ring. Okay. So I have my red ribbon, and this is left over from last year. It's just sheer. Now I'm going to add a little bit of Stampin' Seal here, and that's to help hold my ribbon in place as I'm tying it, because otherwise it's going to be really hard to tie. And I want to tie it upside down. So let me just put this over this way. Okay, we've got that there. Okay, put that there. And I always like to keep it on the bolt until I'm sure that I like the length and size and everything else of my ribbon. And you'll notice I'm tying it kind of upside down because I want my tails to hang down that way. And if you tie it upside down, so it looks like the tails are be pointing towards me, they actually will end up going in the opposite direction. Okay, let me see if I can get this right now. Okay. I'm just going to keep pulling these out till they're a little bit longer. Okay, that looks pretty good. I got my little loop there. I got my tail there. Okay, and now we're just going to trim this one. I'm going to trim that one on an angle. And there we have our little napkin ring. So these are not my holiday napkins, but these are the only ones that I had handy. So I just grabbed them for demonstration purposes. But I have like off-white and gold, which would be pretty in here. But those are going to be on my holiday table for my team luncheon. So you saw it doesn't take a lot of time, but it will just add just a nice little dressy flair to my table. So I hope you like this, and I hope that you'll consider doing this for your holiday tables. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.